I'm Steve.
And I'm Les.
And this is Tabletop Tastings. Welcome to another episode of Sip and Play. Les, what did we play?
Steve, over a decade ago, something very special came out. And that is, in 2013, Sushi Go was released. Sushi Go is a 1 to 5 player card drafting game where it mirrors that of a sushi restaurant where you pretend things are on a conveyor belt and they go around the table. So your hand is the food in the sushi belt. You pick it up, you play one card. After everyone's played a card, you reveal, and then you pass the deck on around so that each deck keeps coming around to you again and again and again until you play. And when you're playing your cards, you're looking for maki rolls, which the most players at the end of that round get 6 points, the second most gets 3 points. With tempura, every set of 2 scores 5 points. With nigiri, they're worth 1, 2, or 3 points on their own. However, if you've got wasabi played first and then you play nigiri on top of it, it triples the value of it. Pudding isn't worth anything between the first 2 rounds, but at the end of the game, whoever's got the most pudding scores 6 points, and whoever's got the least pudding loses 6 points. And then you've got a few other sushi items in there as well. There's dumplings that you're just looking for as many as you can. There's sashimi, which you're looking for sets of 3 on. Sushi Go is a fun, quick card drafting game where you're looking to build these sets and make pairs, and it's played over the course of 3 rounds, and whoever's got the most points by the end of it is the winner. Steve, what do you think of Sushi Go?
Okay, so Sushi Go is pretty fun because I love being the guy that like steals something. As you see what people are playing, you can be like, oh, they're playing maki rolls. Okay, I'm gonna play a maki roll and like totally mess
and you
them
did
up.
completely mess me up that one round where we knew with 2 players it's really different because you know exactly what your opponent has because you're passing that deck back and forth. And there was one where it's like I had 2 sashimi out already, and you played the 3rd sashimi,
I totally
knowing that you couldn't get a set, but just to mess me over so that I wouldn't get that.
Which is totally fun.
It is a little, that's a little harder to do once you get 4 or 5 players because
you gotta remember.
It's hard to keep track of what's in each of those. And then you got the chopsticks, which allows you to yell. It's actually in the rules, Sushi Go!
Sushi Go!
And then that allows you to put the chopsticks back in your hand and add a second card down, which if there's something good in that deck of cards that you happen to have in your hand, allows you to grab 2 cards that you really want instead of just 1.
Yeah, so it's a fun game because it doesn't take very long to play.
It's nice and quick.
And it's all about the luck of the draw, basically, what cards are getting played, and the more players you have. How many players can be?
It's 2 to 5.
2 to 5, yeah. So the more players you have, it is harder to kind of remember, okay, what's coming next, so that you can play the chopsticks and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and in a 2-player game, it is very kind of cutthroat because again, you really know what's in both sets of cards because you keep passing them back and forth. But it does play nice and quick. 15, 20 minutes, you can knock off a game of this, and it's an enjoyable little experience. Steve, this was an enjoyable little experience. What did you bring to pair with our playthrough?
Okay, so you'll notice that we don't have a bottle of whiskey here. We don't have a spirit here. What do we have? We have a pre-made or ready-to-drink RTD from Sleeman and Sons.
I'm your RTD, and you know me. I'm your RTD.
Don't laugh at that, but you can comment about it.
Yes, please.
So what we have enjoyed is the John Sleeman and Sons. It's the ginger and lime mule. Let's go to the crack. Hold up. There's no pop.
Well, there's a crack.
Ooh. You know what that is called? From where I'm from?
What's it called?
Call of the Wild.
Call of the Wild. Okay, let's listen.
Hear it. All the way from Spring Mill Distilleries in Guelph.
Ooh.
I like
okay,
that.
That's cool.
Crack.
Let's pour that out.
Nice.
Clear? I don't know what I was expecting.
I don't know. Actually, it was funny. As I'm pouring that, I'm like, it's clear.
Okay,
I'm not sure exactly what I was expecting. I don't know that I've necessarily looked at what was in my Moscow Mule before.
I have, but I think there's usually a little bit of color.
Yeah, I thought so too. Make sure we get, there you go.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Okay, a little bit of nosing.
Yeah, the Spring Mill. Ginger, lime. Ooh, that smells
well.
Stinking-tastic.
When I smell it, I smell ginger and I smell lime.
So they must be doing it right because that's what's on the label.
Okay, and actually I guess there's a little hint of maybe lime-ish color.
Yeah,
very, very faint.
Yeah, it's kind of like, looks like a little bit like Sprite type of thing. I know it's not going to taste like that.
Now, I've had this drink before.
Oh, have you?
I know
Okay.
I enjoy it, but I also really like a Moscow Mule.
Yes, me too.
I am a little disappointed with this though, because we should have like a copper glass that
Yes.
we're drinking.
Yeah, I talk about that in a bit, but yes, I agree.
Okay. So
Yeah. Oh, this smells so good. I do love like a ginger ale.
Oh, you
all
love
that
me,
kind of
man. I'm touched. That's great. Okay, shall we
stuff.
go?
I do love a ginger beverage.
Okay, let's drink. Let's drink. That's absolutely delicious.
Oh my goodness.
Fantastic.
Wow. That glass might be gone before we even start the game.
It will be.
Wow.
I love a Moscow Mule, and I really like what John Sleeman and Sons has done with
Yep.
this. It's very ginger forward,
Yes.
and it's got that hint of lime with it. It's quite
Yep.
enjoyable, quite
That is
refreshing.
really, oh man, that's refreshing. I really, really like that.
dangerous.
Oh, that
what
is dangerous. Yeah, that is very dangerous. And you know what? I get really lazy sometimes because I love a good cocktail, but I don't always want to like start mixing things and doing this and that. So something like this, when you can just grab it, crack it, pour it, that's what I want.
5% alcohol, naturally flavored, made here in Ontario,
In
Canada.
Ontario. Yeah. Okay. So you had kind of our first initial reaction to it. It doesn't get any better than this.
It's pretty good.
It's so tasty. And I really think it goes well with a game like this where it's a party game. Like you're having fun. Everybody's kind of trying to mess with each other. You're trying to collect things. And you're like, oh man, I didn't collect it, but it doesn't matter because I got my mule.
I had so much fun infuriating you during our playthrough as well. Because I could see the rage as I don't want to say destroyed, because I mean the final score, it was just a 10-point spread on it.
Yeah.
But man, was it ever satisfying every time that little vein in your forehead popped out a little bit that way.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what it was? It was never explained to me the proper use
that's
of
debatable,
chopsticks.
but sure.
So I thought you had to play the chopsticks and then you use it immediately.
Yeah.
I thought it was like any other card, you flip it and that's when you use it. So then he's like, well, no, I take your cards. I'm like, no, I want my cards because I'm going to play those. No, I take your cards. And then he goes and plays it and he's like, no, I keep my cards and I'm playing. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because this mule is so really tasty.
And Steve, is there a story behind this mule at all?
So there is. So the mule, actually, it's funny
had a
because
feeling.
the mule, that drink, this cocktail, is all about marketing. The only reason it actually began in the 1940s is because Smirnoff started and they decided that this is going to be kind of their cocktail that they're going to use, and that's the marketing from it.
So Smirnoff
not-
created
Yeah.
the Moscow Mule?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the Moscow part came because of the Russian vodka, right?
Yeah.
And then the mule part is because the ginger gives it a nice kick,
Oh,
which is really kind of cool.
that's cool.
Yeah, so all of them would usually include like vodka, and then you've got your ginger and a little bit of lime. So I have seen other recipes out there, they'll use like mezcal, that kind of thing, but they always go back to the ginger and the lime because it's got that kick to it, right? If you read the label, so it's got the natural flavor, so it's the ginger and the limes.
I'm not in for all that book learning.
Yeah. So it's grain natural spirit. So you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I really think that is just vodka.
Sure,
A
that
grain
makes sense.
neutral spirit.
Yeah.
So, right? So that's going to be kind of basically what it is. But one of the things I love about the Spring Mill or the John Sleeman and Sons is they really go to, we want to put out quality. So even with something like an RTD, like a ready to drink,
Oh my.
they're going to
hot
put
mess.
out, they're going to put out something that's got some quality to it. And I have to say, this is simply delicious. And to have like a party game, you want something that you can just crack, pour, and enjoy.
Yeah,
and that's what you
I
get
will
with this.
admit, playing Sushi Go, I have thoroughly enjoyed our ginger and lime mule as we've been enjoying this playthrough. This is a delicious drink. And this particular can, we had a couple of cans provided to us from John Sleeman and Son, so thank you very much for providing this for us.
Thank you.
But I have bought and enjoyed this beverage multiple times on my own prior to this. I really, really enjoy this drink.
This would be really good just over some ice. It's fantastic just cracked because it's nice and cold. I can see you enjoying this anywhere. On the golf course, at the beach, sitting on the deck, playing Sushi Go, you're going to enjoy this. This is really, really good.
So Steve,
Les?
I think we've learned a very valuable lesson.
I think we have. In fact, I know we have.
And that is, if you're going to play the 2 to 5 player card drafting and passing game, Sushi Go, you want to pair it with.
Why wouldn't you want to pair it with something so delicious like the Spring Mill Distillery Ginger and Lime Mule?
My name is Les.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Tabletop Tasting.
That it is.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
Steve.
Let's go to the crack.
Perfect. Let's go back to the crack.
Do it.
Excellent. Do you want to say it one more time? Because I kind of interrupted you.
You sure did.
It was a good flow. I didn't know if you had forgotten about it or...
Don't ever forget about
Okay,
the crack.
you want to say it again?
So what